Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly business meeting of the South Carolina Public Service Commission. Today is Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. It's approximately 1 p.m. Before we begin, would you please join me in a moment of silent reflection? Thank you. Present in the hearing room are Commissioners Belser, Commissioner Brett, Commissioner Caston, Commissioner Thomas, Vice Chair Justin Williams, and I am Chairman Powers. Joining us virtually is Commissioner Carol Lee Williams. I would again like to especially welcome Commissioner David Britt from the 4th Congressional District. We are all delighted to have him here join us and look forward to working with him. Ms. Scarborough, if you would, please proceed.
Good afternoon, Chair Powers, Vice Chair Williams, and Commissioners. First order of business is to set the next regularly scheduled business meeting. Staff recommends that the next Commission business meeting be set for 2 weeks from today. It's Thursday, June 5th, 2025 at 1 o'clock p.m.
The next business meeting will be Thursday, June 10th at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Today we have 7 items on the utilities agenda and 7 items on the transportation agenda.
I'm sorry, I said June 10th. That's June 5th. I made a mistake.
And I didn't notice it. Item number 1 is in docket number 2025-88C. This item involves final disposition of this docket.
As to item number 1 is presented by Mr. Scarborough. Is there a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Williams.
Thank you. Palmetto Telephone Communications LLC, or Palmetto, filed an application for designation as an eligible telecommunications carrier, or an ETC, for the purpose of receiving low-income support in all areas where the Commission has authorized Palmetto to provide local exchange service where Palmetto has facilities. This will allow Palmetto to offer discounts to low-income customers on an expedited basis while Palmetto expands voice and broadband services to those areas. I move that the Commission approve Palmetto's application to expand its designation as an ETC for low-income support to include all areas where Palmetto is authorized by the Commission to provide local exchange service and where Palmetto has facilities. This authority will allow Palmetto to provide discounts to low-income customers participating in the Federal Communications Commission or the FCC's low-income programs, including Lifeline and any additional or successor programs the FCC may create in the future. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Williams, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Brett.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
I vote aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 2 is in docket number 2019-326E. This is a request from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC for approval of the company's revised provisional interconnection service documents to extend the provisional interconnection service option to 2023 and 2024 definitive system interconnect, system impact study, and resource solicitation cluster interconnection customers.
As to item number 2, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Belser.
thank you. I move that the Commission grant the request of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC for approval to extend the Commission-approved provisional interconnection service option to South Carolina jurisdictional interconnection customers that participate in the 2023 and 2024 Definitive System Interconnection Impact Study, DISIS, and Resource Solicitation Cluster, RSC, interconnection customers effective June 1, 2025. Specifically, I move that the Commission approve the use of revised proposed Appendix 7 to the pro forma SC interconnection agreement and the proposed provisional interconnection study agreement. For purposes of clarity, I move that both of these documents, attached as Exhibit A and B to the current request, be attached to the order when issued as Order Exhibits 1 and 2, respectively. Upon completion of the 2023 and 2024 DISIS and RSC processes, the company shall provide a report to the Commission summarizing the utilization and effectiveness of the provisional interconnection service option as described in Appendix 7. The report shall include regarding the 2023 and 2024 DICES and RSC cluster, the number of interconnection customers and respective megawatts eligible to request provisional interconnection service, the number of interconnection customers and respective megawatts that requested provisional interconnection service pursuant to Appendix 7, the number of interconnection customers and respective megawatts authorized for provisional service interconnection by the companies pursuant to Appendix 7, a summary of challenges and benefits identified through the process, and the company's overall assessment of the effectiveness of the extension of the provisional interconnection service option. The company's plan to extend the provisional interconnection service option to other interconnection customers. I move that the Commission recognize revised Appendix 7 is for the use of Duke Energy Carolinas and Duke Energy Progress only. Any utility seeking to have a similar provision will need to apply to the Commission for authority to implement it in that utility's service territory. I move that the Commission find and conclude that the revised Appendix 7 may go into effect without notice or hearing pursuant to South Carolina Code Annotated 58-27-870F because it does not result in a rate change or require determination of the company's rate structures or rate of return. I move that the Commission find and conclude that the request of Duke Energy Carolinas and Duke Energy Progress, as reflected and with additional requirements as indicated in this directive, is just, reasonable, and in the public interest. So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Belser. Having heard the motion as made by Commissioner Belser, is any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Belser.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston. Aye. Commissioner Brett. Aye. Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Williams.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 3 is in docket number 2025-65E. This item involves the issuance of a request for proposal for the selection of a qualified independent third party in this docket.
As to item number 3, is there a motion?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Thomas.
I move that the Commission instruct staff to issue a request for proposal for the selection of a qualified independent third party as required by South Carolina Code Annotated Section 5827-1110 C6A and by Article 6 of Title 58 regarding these proceedings and the petition filed by Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Having heard the motion as made, is any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Brett. Aye. And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Item number 4 is in docket number 2022-254E. This is a letter from Duke Energy Progress, LLC, dated May 13th, 2025, correcting a misstated figure contained in the company's original March 31st, 2025 filing letter.
Thank you. As to item number 4, because this item was heard before Commissioner Britt joined us, he will not be voting on this matter. Is there a motion?
Chair Powers, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston.
Thank you. On May 13th, 2025, Duke Energy Progress, LLC filed a letter with the Commission indicating that its filing letter misstated the year 7 revenue decrement as $19,919,000, which was the revenue requirement from last year's filing according to the company, instead of the revenue decrement, which was $17,738,000 for the period of June 1, 2025 through December 31, 2025. According to the company, the misstated figure was limited to the filing letter and did not affect the underlying calculations or conclusions. All parties to the docket, including the Office of Regulatory Staff, were given an opportunity to provide comments regarding the updated figure, which was accurately stated in the company's exhibits. No party has objection to the correction. I move that the Commission amend its directive dated April 30th, 2025, and the resulting commission order, order number 2025-298, pursuant to South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 5827-2130, and South Carolina Regulation 103-853B, to reflect the corrected figure $17,738,000 for the company's annual revenue decrement for the period of June 1, 2025 through December 31, 2025. No other amendments are required. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Caston, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Britt. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping you on that one. Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
And I vote aye, the motion carries.
Items number 5 and 6 are motions for pro hoc vici that the commission may address together. Item number 5 is in docket number 2025-9E. This is a motion for admission pro hoc vici for Dorothy E. Jaffe, Esquire, and Sari Amil, Esquire, on behalf of Sierra Club. And item number 6 is in docket number 2025-65E. This is a motion for admission pro hoc vici for Kathleen H. Richardson, Esquire, on behalf of Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC.
As to items number 5 and 6 as presented, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Britt.
I move that the commission approve the pro hoc vici motions in items number 5 and 6 as identified by Mr. Scarborough, and a directive order will be issued in each respective docket.
Thank you, Commissioner Britt. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Britt, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Britt.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Williams. Commissioner Carol Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
I vote aye, the motion carries.
Item number 7 appears in docket number 2025-30E. This is a request filed on May 12, 2025, from complainant Carmen Morgan for an extension of time to obtain legal assistance, and on the motion to dismiss from Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated, which was filed on April 2nd, 2025.
As to item number 7, do I hear a motion?
Chair Powers.
Commissioner Thomas.
The hearing in this docket was scheduled and noticed by the commission to resume on May 15th, 2025, beginning at 2 p.m. The commission waited 15 minutes for Ms. Morgan to appear as noticed. However, after the passage of 15 minutes, the chairman requested that the commission staff go outside the hearing room and call the name of Carmen Morgan in the lobby and outside the 2 entrances of the building. Ms. Morgan did not appear. Therefore, when Ms. Morgan failed to appear, Chairman Powers called the hearing to order, and the commission proceeded to try the claims of Carmen Morgan against Dominion Energy South Carolina, or DSC, in absentia. First, the 2 pending motions were addressed. The chair proceeded to the motion filed on May 12, 2025 by the complainant Carmen Morgan. The motion was the 3rd request for extension of time to obtain legal assistance. Chairman Powers ruled from the bench that Ms. Morgan's motion for the 3rd extension of time to continue the hearing was denied. Ms. Morgan was granted 2 previous motions for extension of time to obtain counsel. She was initially granted an extension of time on March 18, 2025, and ultimately given through May 15, 2025, to obtain legal counsel to assist her. Having denied the 3rd motion for extension, the commission could further proceed with the other pending motion, and the chairman called upon DESC's counsel to proceed with its motion to dismiss the complaint with prejudice. On April 2nd, 2025, DESC filed a motion seeking dismissal of Ms. Morgan's complaint with prejudice. DESC asserts that in her complaint, Ms. Morgan fails to state a meritorious claim about service issues and does not make an actionable claim against the company. DESC further argued that the complaint should be dismissed pursuant to Regulation 103-844. Following DESC's arguments, Chairman Powers held in abeyance any ruling on the motion to dismiss, thus taking the matter under advisement and proceeded with a hearing in absentia, as the hearing was duly noticed with service upon all parties of record. In furtherance of her case, all pre-filing materials, including the complaint filed by Carmen Morgan in support of her claims, were entered into the hearing record without objection. Next, DESC presented its evidence by offering the pre-filed testimony of DESC witness Cindy Hucks to demonstrate the electricity was functioning properly and that there were no service issues as claimed by Ms. Morgan. The Office of Regulatory Staff did not pre-file or offer any testimony or exhibits, nor did ORS ask any questions. Following the presentment of evidence into the record, DESC renewed its motion to dismiss with prejudice. Ruling from the bench, Chairman Powers granted DESC's motion to dismiss with prejudice pursuant to Regulation 103-844 and upon the grounds asserted by DESC in its argument and filings, as well as for the failure of Ms. Morgan to appear and prosecute her claims when the hearing was called to order as noticed in accordance with the law. I move that the Commission affirm and ratify the rulings made by Chairman Powers from the bench, whereby the third motion for extension filed by Carmen Morgan was denied and motion to dismiss with prejudice filed by DESC was granted. A full order will be issued by the Commission detailing the basis for its decision in this matter. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Thomas, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Mr. Britt was not involved in that hearing. We're not going to seek his vote, but I vote aye. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the utilities agenda before the commission. Moving on to the motor carrier agenda. In Part A, we have 5 applications for new Class C certificates that the commission can address together. Item A1 is in docket number 2025-142T, which is the application of Dove Transport A NEMT Company, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item A2 appears in docket number 2025-143T. This is the application of Helping Hands Logistics, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item A3 is in docket number 2025-144T, which is the application of KMP Logistics, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item A4 is in docket number 2025-145T. This is the application of Elite National Transportation Service, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate. And item A5 is in docket number 2025-146T, which is the application of GPS Logistics, LLC, for a Class C non-emergency certificate.
As to items A1 through A5 as identified by Mr. Scarborough, is there a motion?
Mr. Chair.
Vice Chair Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, fellow commissioners, I move that the commission approve the applications for Class C certificates in item numbers A1 through A5 as identified by Mr. Scarborough. A directive will be issued for each application in the respective docket. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair Williams. Having heard the motion by Vice Chair Williams, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Vice Chair Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Britt.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
In Part B of the transportation agenda, there is one request to suspend a certificate. Item B1 is in docket number 2021-287T, which is a request from Steady Ready Transport LLC to suspend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9642 for 12 months.
As to item B1 as presented, is there a motion?
Chair Powell,
Mr. Caston.
thank you. I move the commission grant the request of Steady Ready Transport LLC, formerly known as Nicholas Edwards, doing business as Steady Ready Transport, to suspend its Class C non-emergency certificate number 9642 for 12 months until May 22nd, 2026. The effect of this suspension means that the motor carrier known as Steady Ready Transport LLC, formerly known as Nicholas Edwards doing business as Steady Ready Transport, cannot operate or do business as a non-emergency motor carrier during this period of suspension, and not until the motor carrier comes into compliance with the Commission's rules and regulations and certificate number 9642 is reinstated. Prior to the expiration of this suspension period on May 22nd, 2026, Steady Ready Transport LLC, formerly known as Nicholas Edwards doing business as Steady Ready Transport, must come back into compliance with Commission rules and regulations or seek further extension or other relief from the Commission. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Having heard Commissioner Caston's motion on item B1, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Britt.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
In Part C of the transportation agenda, there is one request for an extension of time. Item C1 is in docket number 2025-43T, which is a request from K&H Logistics LLC for a 6-month extension of time to comply with Commission rules and regulations.
As to item C1, is there a motion?
Chair Powers,
Commissioner Williams.
thank you. On May 13th, 2025, K&H Logistics LLC request an extension of time for an additional 6 months or until November 22nd, 2025 to comply with Commission rules and regulations. I move that the Commission grant the request of K&H Logistics LLC until November 22nd, 2025 to comply with compliance of all applicable statutes and the Commission's rules and regulations governing motor carriers to operate and use a Class C non-emergency certificate. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Having heard the motion by Commissioner Williams, is any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to a roll call vote, beginning with Commissioner Williams.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Belser.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Britt.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Vice Chair Williams.
I vote aye.
And I vote aye. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, this concludes all business noticed before the Commission today.
Thank you, Mr. Scarborough, and thank you to all who have joined us. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. When you consider the sacrifices made by those who serve in our military and their families for the freedom we enjoy, I believe you could consider this probably the most expensive holiday there is. Remember them and be grateful this long weekend to those with us and those who paid the ultimate price. We are adjourned.